Star Trek, the original series, was an elaborate science fiction metaphor for how it feels to be a man who's afraid of commitment. Because if you think about it, every episode, they beam down to a new planet, and they're like, well, this is exciting and fun. I've never felt more alive. And then at some point, they learn more about it, and they're like, we got to get the out of here. This is horrible. And then the planet's like, you're not going anywhere, buddy. And then it's just them figuring out how to get back on the ship with the boys. Their mission in the intro is to explore strange new worlds. They're looking for strange. But in the original series, they're like, our 5-year mission. They can only commit to 5 years. They're like, I'll explore space. I don't know where I'm going to be in 5 years. So, of course, there's Captain Kirk, Dr. McCoy, the ship's doctor, and Mr. Spock. He's the science officer who's half human, half Vulcan. So Vulcans don't have feelings, but he's half human, so he has feelings. But he's always trying to not express his feelings. These planets are always trying to get you to talk about your feelings. That's what people don't remember about the famous interracial kiss episode. So you've heard about that.
Yeah.
Spock goes down to the planet and they torture him with feelings.
Okay.
The episode was called Plato's Stepchildren. So these aliens on this planet, they were these godlike beings that dressed up like they were in ancient Greece. And they wanted Dr. McCoy to stay because they also just needed a doctor. They're like, okay, well, we can control you with our minds. They're like, so we're just going to torture you with our minds until you agree to let the doctor stay. So everyone talks about how great this interracial kiss was. It was just the last thing they did in a series of things to humiliate them. Which is the Colosseum metaphor. It's you for our sick pleasure. Yeah. An interracial kiss. And it's a bit of a cuck situation in real life.
Whoa, dude!
The creator of the show throws his wife in there.
God damn it!
It's a 4-way kiss.
A 4-way!
So they're like, okay, we're going to torture you with our minds because we're sadistic Greeks. They make them do a dumb little dance and say they're Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Everyone's like, dog. It's so embarrassing. And this goes to the thing about how every planet is a girlfriend. They're like, now we're going to make Spock have feelings. At first he starts laughing and then he starts crying. And they're like, you can kill Vulcans with feelings. They don't like having feelings. And this is right before the interracial kiss, remember? They have a little person ride Kirk around like he's a pony. He does little horsey moves with his hands. We're setting the stage for the interracial kiss, the first interracial kiss on television. Maybe the first little person riding a guy like a pony on television. This was an episode of firsts. And they're like, you still can't have our doctor. Fuck you, right? So then they beam down the hot nurse. Nurse Chapel is played by Majel Barrett, the wife of Gene Roddenberry, the writer and creator of the show. And Nichelle Nichols, of course, the black communications officer. When she comes down to this planet and they put her in Greek clothes, we see that she is respectfully stacked. Wow. She's walking around looking like Pam Grier. They figure, so they're waiting for the round 2 where the prize money doubles and things can really change. They go, oh, well, something in the food must be giving them psychic powers. And the one guy who's a little person doesn't have them. So the hormone that makes you grow normal combined with the food on the planet must be what makes you psychic here.
Okay.
So they give themselves hormone therapy so they can control things with their minds.
Okay.
But it takes a while to work. So then in round 2, they make Leonard Nimoy sing a song.
No.
Wait, so this is doubly embarrassing. So they embarrass the character of Spock by having him sing a song, and everyone going like, this is so embarrassing to watch this guy sing. Leonard Nimoy had just released his 4th studio album of covers and originals called The Touch of Leonard Nimoy. So this is the big scene everyone remembers. So controlling him, they sit Spock down next to the hot nurse, and then they sit Captain Kirk down next to Lieutenant Uhura. But here's what's so torturous about it, is Spock doesn't like to have feelings, but he's had a crush on the nurse the whole show up till now. And she's like, I've always liked you, but I couldn't do it. And he's like, but I didn't want to kiss you like this. It's like making you kiss your crush in front of the whole school. But Gene Roddenberry's watching this going like, yeah, kiss my wife, you pointy-eared fuck. Oh. He's getting off on it. So, and then we cut to Uhura and Kirk. And he's like, these sick fucks. They're going to make us kiss. He's like, just don't think about it. She's like, I'm just going to think about what a good captain you are. She's like, I'm thinking about how I'm scared a lot of times in space, but I look at you in your big chair and you make me feel safe. And something about how they don't want to kiss, but they're going to kiss. And like, that just makes it better for me. I don't know. Like, I'm enjoying this. It's so fucked up, man. And then they don't even really kiss.
It's a stunt kiss?
Exactly. That scene in The Godfather where he's clearly not hitting him, that's this kiss. But everyone's like, what a historic moment. A, they don't kiss. Do you know what the follow-up to the interracial kiss is?
No.
Kirk gets a bullwhip and starts whipping her.
No!
That's the next thing.
Shut up.
Because it's sadistic.
Stop it.
So they're like, hey, first interracial kiss. Oh, here's a hot poker and a whip.
What?
It's the interracial whipping
No,
scene.
no, the interracial whipping scene.
He gets a whip. They just did the kiss. And he's like, well, now something for everybody. They're like, for the blue states, the first interracial kiss. But for the rest of y'all, here's some Django Unchained shit. And then he's like, surprise, I've been taking hormones, and now I'm as shitty as you are. But he took so much of the hormone that now he can control everyone with his mind even better on that planet. So then they get out of there. Every planet is just a party where the next day they're like, man, that got crazy. And if this is a show about men in space running from their feelings, then it makes perfect sense that the first and last episode of the show are both about main characters trying to get rid of their ex-girlfriends. See, because even the very first episode was about the Dr. McCoy. His ex-girlfriend comes on the ship and tries to terrorize everybody. So it's actually kind of a nice bookend. Because the first episode, Dr. McCoy, they're always beaming down to a planet. There's always scientists that are in trouble. So McCoy's like, oh, it's my ex-girlfriend, and she looks more beautiful than ever. So the whole episode is him trying to get over his ex. And then it turns out that that's not his ex. That's a shape-shifting alien who looks like his ex. And she comes aboard the ship, and she's sucking the salt out of everybody.
Okay.
So the end of the episode is she's trying to suck the salt out of Captain Kirk, but it looks like his ex still. And Mr. Spock, who of course is rational, he's like, Dr. McCoy, shoot her. So it ends with him having to get over his ex-girlfriend by murder. He's like, I can't shoot her. It looks just like my ex. And they're like, that's not your ex, you fool. That's not the woman you love anymore. That's a beast who's been sucking everybody on the ship. So much like real life, you've only healed from a relationship when you realize that that's not the woman you once loved. That's just some monster who's going around sucking all your friends. That's the message. That's not the woman you love. That's a sucky monster. She doesn't love you. Oh, she sucked all of us. She sucked the salt out of me. She sucked me dry, baby. Now shoot her in the face. This is a show about bros escaping relationships into space.
Wow.
And that's why the last episode, even though they didn't know it was going to be the last episode, is the one everyone hates. And I think it's a perfect ending to the show when you look at it in that way. The plot of it is Captain Kirk's crazy ex-girlfriend, Dr. Janice Lester, switches bodies with him against his will, so she can be the captain of the Enterprise. And everyone on the spaceship is immediately like, is it just me or is Captain Kirk acting like a lady? He's being pretty emotional. She's like, you guys are all dicks. I'm a captain, okay? You guys are really being assholes. I'll be in my room if you need me. Just storms off. So she's drunk with power and acting crazier and crazier. Meanwhile, Kirk is trapped in Dr. Lester's body and trying to convince everyone that he's the real captain. But then eventually it just wears off and they switch back to their original bodies. I felt bad for her because now she just starts crying and she says, I'm never going to get to be the captain. Oh, no. I just wanted to be the captain, you dicks. No. And really all this only happens because it's established in this episode that even in the year 2269, women are not allowed to be starship captains. And that was her dream. And that might be what drove her crazy.
But you said they didn't know they were getting canceled. So maybe the next episode they wanted to make up.
So they went, we've been canceled? So we're not going to get to make Janice Lester's big promotion? Fuck, people are going to think we're so sexist. That was the first act of a two-parter called Girls Do It the Best. So I feel like in a way she is a sympathetic character. Because if she was really a maniac and his crazy ex-girlfriend, there's worse things she could have done in his body besides just try to do his job really well. At the end, they should have cut to Suler being like, wait a second. Janice Lester was in the body of Captain Kirk? So does that mean that last night I got my dick sucked by a woman? Oh my. The past was doing its best.
That's the theme song.
Leave them alone. Leave them alone. Leave Alone, they were doing their best.